I got a really special video for you guys today. So this video's aim is gonna be to answer one of the top questions I get, which is how to get started with instrument-assisted soft tissue work. So a little brief background on me. You know, I started using instrument-assisted work about 10 years ago, and when I started, really the only way to get stainless steel tools was to go to Graston, get certified, and pay thousands and thousands of dollars to get the instruments. So when I first started out, I was using butter knives and spoons and plastic tools and ox horn tools, like the very traditional gua sha method. And what I found with those was that, you know, they chipped real easy, you know, they didn't last, they were very brittle, and they really brought the skin to threshold very, very quickly. So, you know, fast forward 10 years, and now we have a bunch of different companies putting instruments out there for us as clinicians to use. So I went out ahead and did the research. I reached out to some companies for you guys and asked them if they would be willing to share what they're doing with their instruments so that I can share it with you and kind of give you my 2 cents on them. So today what I did was I went out and curated different sets of instruments, different individual instruments that you can go out and buy that are not going to cost you thousands of dollars. These are really great ways to get started with it. I do recommend personally that you go and get trained, but I got you covered there as well. Just stay tuned for future videos. Hit that subscribe button. But what we're going to do today is kind of introduce you guys to some different lower cost options for instruments that you can get started with in your own practice and practice with. And then kind of infuse that into your current practice with your athletes, with your clients, or whomever. Okay, so the way we're going to do this is kind of, you know, I'm going to experiment with these instruments first on myself. So I want to show you guys, you know, first of all, I think if you're going to use something on somebody else, you must do it on yourself first. You should know what it feels like before you go ahead and do it on another person. So I went ahead and I tested out all of these instruments on myself first. And then I used them throughout the last couple of weeks in my practice with some of my clients, especially my clients that have had a lot of experience with my Graston instruments, because they were able to give me feedback on how these instruments feel in relation to what I've been using for the last 3 or 4 years in recovery labs. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of insight, and I'm going to show you some video of me using it on my clients, and then we're going to wrap it up. I'm going to take you through each of these instruments, how much they cost, where you can get them, and we'll go from there. So stay tuned. Hope you guys enjoy. as a quick sub note, this is not a paid endorsement, okay? These companies sent these instruments to me so that I could share them with you. So I'm not being paid for this. I'm not getting reimbursed in any way. So this is purely my opinion, and I just wanted to share with you guys what my thoughts are on these. So the first set of instruments that I wanted to share with you are the TARGETPOINT tools, okay? So these are designed by a chiropractor, Dr. Payus down in Texas, and he sent these over to me because I found these really interesting. These are a lot different than some of the other instruments on the market right now for a couple of reasons. The first off is these are made from hardened anodized aluminum, okay? So the reason these are made out of aluminum and not stainless steel, and the reason he shared with me, is because he wanted to keep these very low cost, right? Steel's very difficult to work with. It's a very hard metal, which is why you see such inflated prices on stainless steel instruments. These aluminum ones are you know, really different. They're very lightweight compared to some of the steel instruments, which for some people might be a plus. You know, if you're looking for something that's, you know, relatively inexpensive, these TARGETPOINT tools definitely fit the bill. Now, my opinion on these is that, you know, they're a little bit smaller in the hand, okay? They have a very, very soft bevel on them, okay? So these are very, very forgiving, okay? They're not going to bring the skin to threshold very quickly at all, which is kind of nice if you want extended treatment times, okay? So very soft bevels. This tool here, this A tool, is designed, again, by a chiropractor because he does a lot of work on paraspinal. So what he's done is design these two treatment edges so that the spinous processes can pass through that little notch, okay? Then you've got this is kind of like the multi-use tool where you've got a flat edge on this side that's beveled, and then if you're trying to get deeper into the tissue, these points can kind of hit that tissue a little bit deeper. So this is a nice little multi-function, lightweight, you know, it's a little bit small in the hand, but again, these tools are pretty cool in the fact that you can get them very cheap, okay? And then there's this handlebar tool, which I actually found that I like this the most because he treats mostly with this smooth, rounded, beveled edge. There is another sharper edge on this corner. I don't know if you could see that. I'll try to kind of get it shiny in the light there. But this corner can bring the skin to threshold a little faster if you're looking for some blood flow. But I find that this round edge, especially with these handles, make it really nice to do deeper, slower, tissue work, okay? So you're working on bigger muscle groups like a quad or a hamstring and you really want to get deep without having it be super painful. This rounded edge really fits the bill for that. The handles are very comfortable. Again, very nice tools, okay? So if you're a student or if you're somebody who really needs to keep your cost low, the TARGETPOINT tools definitely fit that bill, okay? So unfortunately, I don't know what the pricing is on this handlebar, but these two instruments as a set are $115, or you can buy them $60 individually. I'm guessing that this tool will come in at a little bit more than that, just because obviously it's probably a little bit more expensive to manufacture. Don't quote me on that, but you can definitely reach Dr. Payus at targetpoint.info. His contact info is on there. You can buy these on his online store. So again, that website is targetpoint.info. Okay, so if you're looking for a very low cost option, dude, under 200 bucks, you can get a couple of instruments that you can do multiple things with, okay? So check them out, targetpoint.info. Instrument we have up here is the M2T blade, okay? So this is a single instrument, it's not a set, but they've designed this to be multi-use so that you can do a lot of different things with one tool, okay? Some of the things I really like about this is that one of the things is the design. So they've kind of created these recessed little openings so that you can kind of fit your hand in it. So it works really well if you're left-handed or right-handed. A couple other things that I really like is this nice long concave edge. And they also made a nice long convex edge, and this triangle shape kind of gives us multiple points here. So they put the bevel all the way around the instrument, so you can use this little point for, you know, maybe some interdigital stuff if you're like an occupational therapist, or I find that I've been using a lot like in the subscap area, like in those little nooks and crannies of the body. You know, a couple of other like little treatment surfaces for smaller areas, and these contours really fit very, very, very nice. So it's very well designed. It looks really cool too. It's almost like a little katana. I found myself, it's like a sports medicine kind of like fidget spinner. I've been spinning this thing around all week, and it's actually pretty cool. This company also offers training online, which I really, really like. I think it's cool that they're offering like a how-to on how to use their instrument. They offer multiple colors. If you're a clinic and you want to do a custom logo or custom branding, they also offer that, which is a nice little add-on if you want to order multiple tools and kind of have your own little swag on the instrument. So the MT2 Blade guys also have been kind enough to give me a coupon code for you guys to use on their website. So the coupon code is Mike.amp, and I'll put that in the description below as well. So it's Mike.amp, and you'll get 20% off any purchase, a free poster, and also a free intro course, which they value at about 75 bucks. So you'll get the instrument. This is priced at $299. Okay, so right now it's on sale. It's originally $399. It's on sale right now for $299. So if you're a traveling physical therapist, an athletic trainer, a traveling occupational therapist, if you're somebody who's moving around a lot and you want a single tool that can kind of do everything that's really lightweight, this really fits the bill for you, okay? This is easy to store. You can throw it in your kit, throw it in your massage bag, massage table bag, and you've got a way to do instrument-assisted soft tissue work kind of wherever you go. This is medical grade steel. I will say though that it is a little thinner than some of the other instruments I've used, so it does kind of bring the skin to threshold a little bit faster, but honestly, my clients and my athletes have really liked it. It's very, very comfortable. The bevel is really nice and smooth. This instrument's very well made, okay? So, at $299 for a multi-use instrument, you're really getting a lot for the money, okay? So check these guys out at m2tblade.com, and you can also follow them on Instagram at m2tblade. Remember, guys, again, this is not a paid endorsement. This is my honest opinion on the instrument after using it on myself and on my clients for the last couple of weeks. All right, guys, so the next set we have up here is the Myometal set, okay? So it comes in this really nice case, and here you go. Now you have yourself a set of stainless steel instruments. If you're somebody who's looking for something that's more like the Graston or the Hawk Grip set, this definitely will fit the bill. Okay, so the Myometal ones are nice. They're anodized. They have their little logo on it. Some of the things I really like, so let's just go over the tools real quick. So they have the classic, kind of multi-use concave convex edge here, okay? So what they've done is they've combined a couple of the Graston and Hawk Grips tools, so you have your convex surface and your concave surface on the same tool that are both beveled, okay? It's really nice in the hand. It's got a nice weight to it. Again, medical grade stainless steel, okay? So, I found that this is the closest to the set that I currently use, which is a Graston set, in terms of like just the way it feels, the weight of the instruments. So the transition for me was very easy to pick these up and use them. Okay, so what they did is they combined a couple of instruments here, and they also combined a couple of instruments here, right? So now you have a smaller concave and convex edge. You also have a hooked edge again for treating some of those smaller areas. They did take the bevel all the way around, right? So you get a little point, you get a little flat surface, again, smaller areas of the body if you're trying to get into some nooks and crannies. And then they also went ahead and beveled the edge of the instrument here on the handle, okay? So again, this is a smaller multi-use tool. You can buy these individually if you want to, but they do sell them as a set as well at a fairly deep discount. So the next one up is this handlebar. And I found that this handlebar was the most different from my Graston handlebar, really, than any other handlebar I've ever used. This guy is freaking heavy, man. This is a really, really heavy instrument, which at first I was like, I wonder if this is gonna be something that's fatiguing for me to use, and I gotta say, not at all. I actually really kind of like the weight, and they even went a step further, and they even beveled the back side of this thing. So you're really getting a convex and a concave edge on this really heavy handlebar tool, and I found myself using this for a lot of deeper Graston work, where I'm going with my really deep, slow strokes. You might have seen that in some of my videos. Deeper on the quad, deeper on the hamstring, kind of hitting some of those deeper layers of muscle. And this was kind of, I started defaulting to using this throughout the week. Again, it's very heavy. It's got a pretty hard angle, I would say, on these handlebars, but that's given us a couple of nice knobs to use on the client as well. So really well-made set. It's got a very nice little case that it comes with, okay? And you can grab this set online for $299. So in terms of a lower cost option to have a set, I would say that if you're traveling, you know, obviously it comes with the case, so this is easy to travel with, but it is pretty heavy. All three together in the case are fairly heavy, so, you know, if you're somebody in a clinic most of the time, this is maybe the way to go for you if you really just want to start using some instruments. One more thing to note on these is these bevels are very, very soft, okay? They're very, very round, so they don't bring the skin to threshold super quickly at all. They were very comfortable for me to use. The clients, to be honest with you, almost didn't really feel any difference at all, with the exception of the handlebar, because I was doing a little bit of deeper work with it. So again, $299 for the Myometal set. The guys at Myometal, again, were very kind enough to offer a coupon code for you. So you can use the coupon code AMP, AMP, and you'll get free shipping on any purchase. Whether you purchase a single instrument or you purchase the set, free shipping, which is a pretty cool deal. Again, not a paid endorsement. They did that because, you know, they wanted to kind of give back to, you know, to you guys for watching the video, which I really appreciate. Again, thanks for watching. So the Myometal set, check them out at myometal.com, or you can also look at them on Instagram at Myometal. All right, guys, so the last instrument that I have to show you today, okay, this is actually called the Marlin. It's by STEELHEAD Tools. It's a relatively new company. In fact, when I was reaching out to companies to ask them if they'd participate in this video, these guys had like just started their Instagram, so they're brand new to the market. But I really wanted to feature them because it's a set that I haven't really seen before, okay? So this actually comes in a set. This is a single tool, though, that I'm gonna show you today. These are handmade, okay? These are handmade in America out of 302 grade stainless steel, and it's 3/8 of an inch thick. Again, for, you know, a tool that's about the size of my hand, and I have fairly big hands, by the way, this thing is really heavy. It's got some serious weight to it. Okay, so the Marlin is designed as, again, a multi-use instrument, right? So you got a nice long, you got some concave edges on all the way around, but you've got nice little different treatment points that, you know, to get deep, to do a little bit of deeper work with. I find that the weight on this is really, really nice, okay? You can, you know, a little bit of pressure will go a long way with an instrument like this, okay? You know, again, handmade, hand polished in America. You know, this is a really, really quality instrument. One of the nicer ones that I've used recently. I like that they kind of took like a little bit of a take on some traditional gua sha tools, but you know, they used a stainless steel application for it, okay? So they make a bunch of different varieties. They have more square ones, they have some square edges with a convex surface. You can, you know, but the nice thing is you can go ahead and buy a single instrument like this if you just want to have one that's really quality, that's multi-use, or you can go ahead and buy the whole set from them. And the set will have multiple different treatment options, multiple different sizes and weights. They have, you know, a smaller edged version. So you can go on steelheadtools.com and check out the website. This is called the Marlin, okay? This one's gonna come in at around $399, okay? Again, what you're paying for though is much thicker steel. Steel is not easy to work with, so, you know, $399 I think for this is a really nice price. It's a really good bargain. And again, you're getting a very quality handmade instrument that's made here in America. So check these guys out at Steelhead Tools or steelheadtools.com. Again, these are also designed by a minor league baseball player and his father. So it's a family, it's a locally owned business, which I, you know, for me as a small business owner, I definitely can relate. I really appreciate that, you know, he's doing this because he wants to get more quality instruments out onto the market that anybody can attain. So, you know, if you're an athletic trainer, a physical therapist, chiropractor, and you want to maybe add a nice stainless steel tool to the arsenal or a whole set, definitely check out Steelhead Tools. Really, really nice. I really like the weight of this. Very, very well designed. All right, guys, I just wanted to say thanks again for stopping by in the Recovery Lab. I really enjoy, you know, the time that you spend watching these videos. I really appreciate it. If you like what you see, please subscribe. We're going to get back to doing some of our manual therapy, our session sit-in videos, but I do definitely want to continue doing some more of these product videos as well to kind of help you guys make some of these decisions and just give you some honest feedback on the tools. Special thanks to the 4 companies that we featured today: TargetPoint Tools at targetpoint.info, the M2T Blade at mt2blade.com, we have the Myometal Tools at myometal.com, as well as Steelhead Tools. So thank you guys so much. for letting me share your awesome products. All of these are really, really high quality. I definitely recommend them. Again, different tool sets for different clinicians, different applications. You do have options out there. If you're just looking to get started with this, you don't have to spend thousands. You can get started, relatively cheap and really give your clients a great experience with instrument-assisted soft tissue work. So I also want to let you guys know, again, hit that subscribe button because I'm going to start to do an instrument-assisted soft tissue basics YouTube series, okay? I want to share with you guys some of the basic techniques behind how to use these things because I do definitely see a lot of stuff online, some inappropriate use of instruments. So I'd like to help you guys. I'll share with you how to use these individual tools as well as just how to use a set or just basics on instrument-assisted soft tissue mobilization. You can follow me on Instagram at MikeStella_ATC. You can follow AMP on Instagram at AMP_athlete. You can visit us online at ampathletes.com/recovery lab. Again, I just want to say thanks for coming down and watching this video today. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them in the YouTube channel below. I will definitely answer them. And until I see you guys next time, this is Mike in the Recovery Lab signing off.